Hi everyone, it's Lisa here from the WOW Network, Women at Work. So remember, we're here to support, guide and connect with LGBT women in the workplace. Today's video is the top 5 tips on how to appear confident, even if you maybe don't feel confident on the inside. So let's kick it off with tip number 1. So the first tip is to stand tall. Now it feels a bit strange for me to say stand tall because I'm actually really short. But what I mean by this is to stand up to your full height. Don't slouch, shoulders back, tummy in, as my mother always used to say, chin up, and just really make sure that you're holding yourself at your full height. So no slouching, no hiding behind your hair. And immediately, as soon as you do this, as soon as you hold yourself properly, you will look more confident, and hopefully you'll start to feel more confident too. Okay, so the second tip is all about eye contact. Now, eye contact obviously is looking into the eyes from one individual to another, or even a group. Now, for some people, they find this really, really difficult. So one thing that you can do is you can use technology. You can use it by watching a video of somebody talking or a film or something like that, and just really stare into the eyes of that person for as long as you feel comfortable. You can also do something similar to what I'm doing right now, so you can record yourself by looking into the monitor, really like staring into it, and then when you feel comfortable, you can watch yourself back and see how natural you seem, and really build up your confidence that way until you're ready to practice on some real people. Now, when you're talking to a group of people, if you're the one doing the talking, make sure that you kind of scan the room, pick out a few people, and really just look at people for maybe 2 to 3 seconds at a time, and then move on. If it's a individual basis, one-on-one, then again look at the person for 2 to 3 seconds at a time, look away, and then look back over to them so that they can see that you're attentive, that you're listening when you're listening to them, and that you're making sure that you're expressing yourself and being understood when you're talking to them. When you make eye contact, people believe that you're more authentic, they have more confidence in you, they have a lot more confidence in the things that you're saying. So even if you maybe don't feel that confident and it might feel kind of awkward, other people will see you being confident, and so you will appear more confident. Okay, tip 3, one of my favourites, the power posing. Now, some of you may have heard of power posing, some of you may not, that's okay. Power posing comes from a TED Talk by Amy Cuddy, so please look it up. I will put a link at the bottom of this as well in the comments, so do look it up, it's amazing. Basically, it's all about, sounds really silly, but all about kind of putting yourself into these powerful poses that make you feel strong, kind of like a warrior or a superhero, and doing these before any kind of big meeting, interview, all these kind of things. It's especially recommended for women because unfortunately we're the ones often who feel less confident in these kinds of situations. We maybe have more anxieties, more worries. So these power poses are great. I've tried them out myself. I recommend doing them in a toilet cubicle so no one else can see you, but they are fantastic. I particularly like the kind of the Wonder Woman poses, that kind of thing. They're really like warrior poses, and you may feel a bit silly doing them, but basically power poses work by when you pose and you maybe you can say like, I'm going to smash this meeting, or I'm going to be giving the best interview that I possibly can. When you're saying these sort of positive affirmations and you're doing these powerful poses, your adrenaline starts to kick in, and these positive hormones sort of come in, and it actually really does work to make you feel more confident, and obviously it will help your posture and all the rest of it, and the eye contact that we've talked about before, but it really does work. So yes, it sounds really silly. Yes, feels kind of silly, but boy, does it work. So give it a go, power poses. Okay, so slow it down. Now, I must admit, this is the one I really struggle with. So slow it down means stop talking so fast. And that's probably one thing that I do far too much of. I talk too quickly, and that's not good for if you're trying to appear confident. When you talk quickly, people might miss what you say. They certainly are going to think that you're probably nervous, and they're not going to think that you're confident. So you really have to slow it down, and probably slow it down to a level where it might feel a bit weird to you, a bit overly slow. But to other people, it's not. It allows them to really take in what you're saying. And sometimes you might not even be nervous. I'm not particularly nervous, I'm just a really quick speaker. But that's how it can come across. So you do have to make a conscious effort to slow it down. Now, if I'm going to be doing a big speech, a keynote speech, or that kind of thing, I will record myself doing the speech and then watch myself back and check for any points where I've gone too quickly, or maybe I've sort of stumbled over a word, that kind of thing, to make sure that I'm speaking clearly, that I'm speaking loudly enough, and that I'm able to get my point across, that I'm not kind of fudging it. So I would recommend doing that with any sort of important meeting or conference that you have coming up. Really, really practice. Always film yourself, always watch yourself back. It is excruciating. No one likes watching themselves, especially me. Hate it, but it's really, really good practice. So slow it down, speak clearly, and record yourself, watch it back just to check that you really are doing it right. Okay, so tip 5, fake it till you make it. And I'm sure we've all heard this expression before. It's a really famous expression. And hopefully we all know what it means. So if you don't feel confident, yeah, it's hard. There's always times in your life that you're going to feel more confident and times where you feel less confident, no matter what it is. So fake it till you make it. If you feel unconfident for whatever reason, try your best to bolster yourself up. So that could mean so many different things. It could mean, putting on your favourite top. It could mean buying a new lipstick. It could just mean meeting a friend for a coffee. Whatever it takes to kind of give yourself a bit of self-love. The other thing is practicing, obviously. So I know I've talked about practice a lot in this video, but it really is so important. So keep practicing, keep faking it. Fake your smile. Hopefully don't fake your smile too much. But fake your smile. Really practice that eye contact, the shoulders back, the tummy, or your posture. Really keep practicing, and even if you don't feel confident, you will start to appear confident to other people. So keep faking it, keep doing the things that make you feel good inside. For me, there's always, like an outfit that I always feel good in, or a pair of shoes that, are comfy, but I still feel smart enough in. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could just be listening to your favourite song before you go to that big meeting or you go to that interview. Anything that makes you feel good. It really doesn't have to be anything special, as long as it's special to you and it works for you. So keep faking it, and one day you will, I promise, you will make it. So hopefully these tips have been helpful. If you have any comments, then please put them below. And please like and share this video, especially with the LGBT women that you know. We are on Facebook, we are online, so I'll pop the links at the bottom as well, so that you can spread the message. And I'll see you next time.